Okay, let's talk about investment types. Okay, there's many different types of investments. The ones we're going to talk about here are, if you work with investors, then I want to talk first and foremost about condos. Condo market is great for investors. You can find deals for them to buy and flip. The majority of the buy and flip will be, run down condition, where you buy a two-bedroom condo for $80,000, you renovate to $20,000, and you're selling it for $150,000 to $160,000. There's plenty of these deals out there. You can also do condo packages where you can buy 5, 6 condos, 10 condos, 20 condos at a time. These are very difficult to find, but you could find 2 to 3 condos as a combination, a package deal, very easily. So condos are great for investors. Co-ops, not necessarily. The majority of investors I know will never buy co-ops because they have a lot of limitations on co-ops, as far as, for example, you cannot rent out a co-op to anybody unless they are planning on buying it, or you can only rent co-ops, the majority of co-ops, you can only rent them out after a board approval, and the process is just a nightmare. So the investors, typically investors are not going to invest in co-ops, right? So they will look in condos. Another niche is single-family homes to flip, buy and flip single-family properties. Normally they'll buy a rundown single families, they renovate them and sell them for profits. Okay, you're not going to find too many investors that buy single families to keep them for rental unless they believe that the market that they're buying in is going to go up substantially in value in the next couple of years. So in the meantime they rent it out. But the majority of investors that are looking to buy single family homes are those that will buy and flip properties. Alright, so that's single families. You also have another niche which is 2 to 4 families, multifamily it's called, but it's still residential. So 2 to 4 families still falls under residential real estate. It's residential mortgage, so it's easier to get, and you probably need to put less down, like 20% down. You can buy something as an investment property, not an owner-occupy property. So 2 to 4 families are great investments for investors that wish to buy and flip, and for investors that wish to buy and keep these properties for income. You can find many different deals on the market right now that will give an investor 8 to 10 to 12% on their money, as far as cash and cash investments. I'm also going to record a video on the different rates of return so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. So condos, we spoke about, great market for investors to buy and flip, also to buy and keep for rental value return. Co-ops are not a good investment. Single family homes and 2 to 4 family. This will cover the residential. Now in the 2 to 4 family, there's also a market niche where buyers can buy properties and renovate them and flip them also. And another thing they can do with the 2 to 4 family is they can buy, for an example, 4 family, and after it's vacant they can convert it to condos and sell these units one by one. Okay, that's another niche of investments that we can talk about that could be a great opportunity. Even a 2 family you can convert to condos and sell them one by one and make more money than if you flipped it as a 2 family. So we talk more about that in the boot camp. The next one that I want to talk about is apartment buildings. This is what I specialize in and what I focus for many years. Apartment buildings, I'm talking about commercial. 5 unit plus is also already falling under a commercial investment, commercial mortgages. For that particular properties type, investors normally buy not to flip, but they buy it to keep it for income. And the majority of investors will not buy anything if they're not making at least 8% on their money. Alright, so we'll talk about that in the boot camp in greater detail. So 5 plus is multifamily. Then you have also mixed use, which is a store and a few apartments, or a few stores and an apartment. It's a mixture between apartments and stores, okay? That is considered to be a mixed use property. In addition to that, we also have office buildings, retail, shopping centers, retail stores, retail standalone. You also have a commercial mixture of condominiums and stores. So those are more like the investors that will buy this type of properties will be the developers. Okay, so you can also, there's another niche of investments which is land that developers like to buy to build development. So land development is another niche within that segment of properties. Okay, and you can also specialize in that. That, by the way, is the biggest chunks of money that are made as real estate brokers and agents. Is if you find land and you find land with approvals, and then you sell it to a developer that builds these condos, for an example, and then you will be the agent selling all these condos. So if you find land, let's say for 40 units, and you found an investor that buys the land and he develops that, you're going to get 40 different condos to sell. That's amazing. So that's another niche, land with approvals. There is also warehouses that people do, conversions. There's also another niche that's called condo conversions, where an investor will buy an apartment building with 6 units, 10 units, 20 units, and then they convert that building into condos and sell them one by one. That's the majority of investment. There is more, to get into the depth of what it is and how to find the deals and how to work with the investors and all that is the Investors Bootcamp. So make sure you register for that if you wish to get more information and seriously take this to the next level and make money with it.